Welcome to this new episode of our Bible reading and reflection. Today we continue with the opening chapter of Genesis, reading verses 6 through 13. These passages describe the second and third days of creation. We hear how God creates the heavens, separates the waters, forms the earth and seas, and brings forth the first plants on earth. This section highlights God's power and wisdom as He brings order and life to the world. As we listen, let us reflect on how creation unfolds by God's word, piece by piece. Genesis 1:6. And God said, "Let there be a firmament made amidst the waters, and let it divide the waters from the waters." God commands the creation of the firmament, which is like an expanse or sky, to separate the waters above from the waters below. This shows how God brings order out of chaos by putting things in their proper place. Even from the very beginning, He takes care to create a world that is balanced and structured. This verse reminds us that God's word is powerful and effective, shaping the universe according to His plan. Genesis 1:7. And God made a firmament, and divided the waters that were under the firmament from those that were above the firmament. And it was so. Here, God brings His command to reality, forming the firmament and dividing the waters as He intended. The firmament, or the sky, separates the waters above, such as the clouds, from those below, like the seas and rivers. The phrase, "and it was so," emphasizes that God's word always achieves its purpose. This moment in creation shows God's control and careful separation of the elements, preparing the world for further life. Genesis 1:8. And God called the firmament heaven, and the evening and morning were the second day. God gives the firmament its name, heaven, marking it as the sky we see above us. Naming what He creates is a sign of God's authority and intention. The mention of evening and morning as the second day sets a rhythm for creation, showing order and progress. Each step is given its proper time, underscoring that creation unfolds stage by stage, with God overseeing every detail. Genesis 1:9. God also said, "Let the waters that are under the heaven be gathered together into one place, and let the dry land appear." And it was so done. God commands the waters under the sky to come together so that dry land can appear. This act creates a clear distinction between land and sea, making the earth ready for future life. The power of God's word is highlighted again with, "and it was so done." He speaks, and creation obeys immediately. This passage invites us to see the world as a result of God's purposeful and caring activity. Genesis 1:10. And God called the dry land earth, and the gathering together of the waters He called seas. And God saw that it was good. God names the dry ground earth and the collected water seas, showing authority over what He has made. The recognition that it was good signals God's satisfaction with His work. Everything God creates fits together well and has a purpose. This verse reassures us that the natural world is good and made with wisdom and intention, as part of God's loving plan. Genesis 1:11. And He said, "Let the earth bring forth the green herb, and such as may seed, and the fruit tree yielding fruit after its kind, which may have seed in itself upon the earth." And it was so done. God commands the earth to produce plants, green herbs, seed-bearing plants, and fruit trees. Each is designed to reproduce according to its own kind. This is the first appearance of life on earth, showing how God brings forth growth and abundance from what He has created. This verse reveals that the world is not only ordered, but also full of life and potential, meant to grow and flourish. Genesis 1:12. And the earth brought forth the green herb, and such as yieldeth seed according to its kind, and the tree that beareth fruit, having seed, each one according to its kind. And God saw that it was good. The earth responds to God's word, producing plants and trees that spread their seeds and bear fruit according to their types. Creation is not random, but ordered, with each plant following its own pattern. God again calls what he has made good, affirming the beauty and order of the natural world. We see that God's creation is designed to be fruitful and to provide for future generations. Genesis 1:13, and the evening and the morning were the third day. This verse marks the completion of the third day of creation. God's work at this stage includes forming the earth, the seas, and the first plants. The cycle of evening and morning reflects the passage of time and the careful structure of creation. It reminds us that God's creative activity is measured and purposeful, laying a good foundation for everything that follows. In these verses, we witness the incredible order and life that God brings into the world. He separates the sky, land, and seas, and causes plants to grow, each according to its kind. Every part of creation is called good, showing us God's loving purpose and wisdom. As we consider the heavens above and the plants that cover the earth, we are invited to remember God's ongoing care for all things. Thank you for watching. If you found this helpful, consider subscribing for more Bible readings and reflections.